Hi, Chuck. Are you a Republican or a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I'm both. Thanks for having me up on your panel,
Okay.
by the way.
No worries. Thank you, Chuck. Quick question for you, Chuck. What do you think we got out of this war with Iran?
Um, that remains to be seen. I don't think very much so far. It's eroded a lot of Trump's base support for him, and much of his base was not thrilled about it.
At all. At all. Okay, cool. I just didn't know if we were on the same ground that we've gained absolutely nothing from this war except money.
Well, I don't
Are
know
we
that
gonna agree
we've
on this?
gained nothing. One thing I could say that we've maybe gained is that the Trump administration seems to be much more openly hostile towards it, and that's the first time I've seen that from any administration. So maybe there's some gain
Yeah,
there.
but we didn't get anything directly from this war, right? We've just ended up spending over what $100 billion on the war. We lost the war after renaming the department to the Department of War. Um, Now we're gonna pay Iran 300 billion in order so they can start reconstructing. So
But if
yeah, it
it's the
seems like it's
case that
all
they're
just L after
openly
L after L.
But if they're more openly hostile towards interests and lobbying, is that worth $100 billion? I'm not sure. Well, that remains to be seen. But most Republicans, at least his base, are fairly openly against the Iranian war. So you're not going to get
Oh no,
any
yeah, again,
pushback from me there.
oh no, no, yeah. Again, I'm just glad that we can agree that this was nothing but a waste of money. Just fitting into the grift narrative for Trump. So then, good question for you then. If we agree on the war and it sucks and we gain nothing, how do you feel about how Trump is handling immigration in this country?
Well, I think that there's really good things. Net negative migration, I think, is fantastic. And there's multiple sources that I can give to you, including the Cato Institute, that have now come out. And as you know, for Cato is more of like a libertarian think tank. They've been very
It's a libertarian, yeah.
yeah, they've been pretty pro migration because they like to exploit the cheap
Oh yeah.
labor. So I do think that net negative migration's been fantastic. I think that the reduction in visas has been fantastic, and I think that locking down the border has been good. I'm not
Why do you
thrilled.
think a
Well,
net? Why
hang
do you
on, hang
think
on.
a
Let me finish
negative
the
migration is
position.
here?
Let me finish the position.
Okay.
I do think that he could do more for deportations, especially for illegals who are here, and wish that he would. That's the full position. Sorry,
Okay. Why are we for less migrants in this country,
uh, be,
documented or not? Because he's for
because
both.
people don't like mass migration, and people's in a democracy, people's preferences are what's adhered to.
I don't think people care. And mind you, if they really
Then
sided with Trump, I
why
think
did they
his
Trump?
approval rating on immigration would be good.
Why did
And
they
it's
elect
not.
Trump
It
then?
used to be his strong suit. Why? Oh, because America did not want a woman president. Like that was
No, well,
very,
the
very
first
clear.
time he was
That was very, very clear.
yeah, yeah. So against Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, both times
Mhm.
Trump ran on an anti-mass migration platform, and he was overwhelmingly elected in these third time that he ran. When he actually became president, it was a anti-mass migration platform for sure.
Oh, so you think okay? So you think migration wasn't relevant when he ran against Biden?
It was,
Because
yeah.
what happened there then? Oh, so what happened there?
Biden ended up winning, and that was due to Trump's mishandling of COVID-19.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't migration, and it wasn't that he was running against another man. Okay, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
That doesn't seem to
Okay.
be the case, no. The mass migration aspect of it, in fact, is probably what cost Biden, in that second election, even though Kamala Harris was taking his spot, was that he was very soft on mass migration. That's likely actually what cost the edge
Oh,
to
he
the
wasn't very
Democrats.
soft. He deported more people than Trump is doing. During his first year, he had 1.4 million removals, expulsions, and
He was also talking
deportations.
about amnesty and all sorts of things as well, and that those were
When was he
things which
talking
were
about
vastly
amnesty?
unpopular. Oh, we can
What
pull up
policy did he put
yeah,
forth?
yeah. We can pull up Biden
Yeah,
talking
what
about
policy?
amnesty.
Yeah, what policy did he pass us
Well,
through?
he wanted to do things with the Dreamers. He wanted to do things with amnesty inside of the United States for illegals. He proliferated those ideas as president. So I think that that actually helped lose him the edge. But mass migration is unpopular among all Western nations, not just the United States.
Right. So you think amnesty would be a bad thing?
Yeah, I do
Why?
because people don't want it.
Who's people?
That would be the
Why don't we leave
electorate.
it up to a vote then? Like,
We do
why don't they actually vote on it?
well we do. We vote on
Like on
politicians.
amnesty.
We vote on
Right, right, right,
politicians.
right. But why are you personally against amnesty?
Because I don't like it.
Well, I know you don't like it, but I mean, why? Like,
Do you like pepperoni on your pizza?
I do.
Why?
It's beneficial for the pizza to have pepperoni on it.
How is it beneficial to the pizza?
It adds to the pizza,
How? Other than
just
it's your
like immigrants
preference.
add to this
It's just your
country.
preference, dude. It's just your taste preference. That's it.
No,
That's all. It's just your
no, it's
taste.
popular. Yeah. No,
Yes. Then
this is
okay, then
no.
give
Everybody
me a
likes pepperoni on
grounded
pizza.
foundational reason why it is that
Hey,
pepperoni
hey,
on
do you don't
pizza
need to
is good.
crash out?
No one's crashing out.
Everybody likes
Answer the
pepperoni on
question.
pizza.
Oh, okay. Well,
Literally, pizza with any toppings are good.
so
Yeah,
if
just
it's an appeal to popularity, most people don't want mass migration. There you go.
can you prove that? Because again,
Yes,
people
because Trump was
don't approve of Trump's
elected.
handling of immigration, right?
That's because they
They
want
literally
him
don't.
to
It used
deport
to be
more
his strong
people.
suit.
They want more
No, no,
people
it's not.
deported.
It's because
Yes,
of the
yes, it
way that he's
is.
handling, and because people are losing their lives, both immigrants and U.S. citizens alike, right?
No, that's not
And
what's
he's done
going
nothing
on.
to address. He's done nothing to actually address immigration, like at all.
Yes, he has. What are you talking about?
What's a policy that he's passed to when it comes to immigration?
Okay, well, let's start with the official Trump policies when it comes to visa issuance, and migration, which led to net negative migration in the United States. Do you want to start with
I'm
those
sorry, what
policies?
policy is that?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
pull them
what
up.
policy is that?
Hang on.
Thank you so
I'll
much.
pull them up for you.
Thank you so much. Guys, can we hit a reshare, hit a repost, do all the wonderful things, and send your daily heart me. And if you love pepperoni on pizza, drop a one in the chat.
Okay, so the Trump administration's heavily reduced legal immigrants through a series of sweeping executive actions, causing the issuance of 75 countries to combat all sorts of different concerns. And he also instituted a policy which requires a $100,000 fee on H-1B visa applications.
That has actually been reversed, buddy. I hope you're late on this, Andrew.
That's true. I'm not disputing that that's not true, but it still led to a net negative migration policy.
Yeah,
And
but it
that
doesn't
is what we
matter.
want.
It didn't come. It's not a thing, Andrew.
The 75 country visa pause isn't a thing, dude.
No, no, no. We're talking about the 100,000 on H-1B visas.
Yes, but when it was a thing, it assisted with the net negative migration policy, which is my point.
Yeah, and why are we against legal ways of coming into this country?
Because people don't want mass migration in their country.
I, the approval ratings don't say the same thing as that.
Then why did he get elected, dude?
Because people in this country were not ready for a woman president. It's been proven
I
because the
see.
only people
Prove
that
it.
Trump has beat
Prove
is
it.
other women.
Prove it. Prove that it's because that was a woman only. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, why do you think 90 what was it? 90,000 Jesus. 90 million people didn't vote. Why do you think the
Those
rhetoric
are
that was used
questions.
to
I
attack
want you to
her,
prove it.
that people didn't
That
vote for?
people didn't vote
Yeah,
for
look
her
at the
only 'cause she's a
rhetoric that
woman.
was used. Look at the rhetoric that was used and look at the people that he's
Those aren't
beaten.
proofs, dude.
The one time he
Those
ran
aren't
against another
proofs.
man, he lost.
Those aren't proofs. You need to prove the claim. Prove the claim that Trump only lost because people weren't going to vote for a woman.
Oh, yeah, the only times that he's won is when he
That's not
literally ran
proof.
against women.
That's a terrible correlate. Terrible correlate. First of all, there hasn't been that many women who have ever gotten the nomination who were running on the Democrat ticket. It happens to be the case that Trump went up against 2 of them. It's a rare thing as it is, but you can't demonstrate that it's because they're women. You're just making that absurd claim. How do you make the claim, by the way? The only reason
That what?
that Trump won is because it's against a woman, but it had nothing to do with mass migration, the platform that he was running on. You have zero proof for your
Cool.
position.
So we didn't
None.
have a mass migration problem when he ran against Biden?
Yes, of course.
Then how did he lose against Biden?
Because of the mishandling
If
of
the immigration issue was still
COVID-19.
there.
Because of COVID-19. I already
I
went
thought the
over this.
Republicans liked how he handled COVID.
No, they hated it. What do you mean?
Oh, did you hate it?
Yes, was not a fan of the Trump
Oh.
stimulus acts, and I was not a fan of the lockdowns. And what happened was it destroyed all the economic progress that Trump had made, and that's what cost him the election. If the economy had still
Oh,
been
okay.
the Democrats themselves and their own strategists, including James Carville, said If Trump's economy had continued, he would have beaten Biden overwhelmingly, but his economy didn't because C-19 shut the economy down. Pretty simple.
Okay. So then, if this time around, if immigration wasn't an important thing, sorry, if immigration was an important thing for him, why did he have to call up his goonies and literally shut down the Langford bill?
The
If he really wanted to fix anything to do with the border, why did we not let the Langford bill get through?
what was attached to the bill? Was it a clean bill?
It had bipartisan approval.
Was it a clean bill is my question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Then prove it.
It was bipartisan.
That bipartisan doesn't mean it's a clean bill. Bipartisan just
Right.
means both parties are approving of it.
Why would he call up and have that not be passed if his main priority was the border?
Because there could be other things which are attached to the bill that he considered non-priorities. It's because it's not a clean bill.
It was its own bill. It was a standalone bill. What was negative about it? The
That's what I'm
Republicans had
asking you. I'm
majority of the
asking you
W's for that.
if it's a clean bill.
Oh yeah, we can pull up everything that was in it here.
Pull it up.
So let's go to the U.S. Senate. So the bill itself, let's see, here's the main points of it, right? The bill works to stop undocumented immigration chaos now and in the future. Here are some of the key details. It would be no amnesty, period, like point blank, period. No free work permits handed out at the border. No more 10-year wait for an asylum hearing. It added construction to the wall.
It
More
had
ICE
an
agents
aid
for
package attached to
deportations,
it, bro. I got it right here.
more
Foreign
border
aid. It
patrol
had a foreign
agents for
aid.
arrests,
It had a foreign aid
more
package.
asylum officers for faster hearings and
And it had a
deportations.
foreign aid package
More than
attached to it.
650 million in is recapitalized for border wall
Yeah, I know
construction
what's in it,
next year.
but this is what I'm
Mhm.
saying about a clean bill. It had a foreign aid package. The border bill was originally tied to a foreign aid package for the Ukraine, Taiwan. Trump and many of his supporters argued that this prioritized international borders over the U.S. southern borders. So no, it wasn't. It wasn't a clean bill.
Except we have Republican con- people from Congress saying that the only reason that bill did
Hang on.
not make it
Can me
through
and the
was because
host can me and the
Trump
host finish our
was the
argument,
one
ma'am?
that
Oh,
asked
sorry.
them.
This is Jen is the co-host here.
Yeah,
I'm
can
sorry.
me and the host finish our argument, please? So it's not a 2v1. You wouldn't want to be unfair, of course, right?
It's not unfair. This
It's
has always been an
not.
open panel.
I mean, it sure seems
I was
unfair.
just gonna
Seems like you're
say,
bringing
I was
somebody in to
just
help
gonna
you
say,
because you're getting your
so
clock
I was
cleaned.
just gonna say a point
Oh, she's the co-host.
that you're actually trying to get away and trying to make it seem like, I mean, unless you can't handle it, you know, but you're trying to make it seem like it was because of the other foreign aid that's why they turned it down. That's not why they turned it down. That bill had bipartisan support, and we have Republicans on record saying that the only reason why they actually ended up voting against it was because Donald Trump called Johnson, right? Was it Johnson or
Yeah,
McConnell?
this is all
Johnson.
hearsay, by the way.
Excuse me, it's not hearsay
It
when
is
it
hearsay.
literally is coming out of their mouth.
That's
Do you want us to
exactly
play the
what hearsay.
recording?
That's what
Do
hearsay
you want us
is.
to do the video of
A
them actually
recording of
saying it, or do
hearsay.
you want to do the video of
A
Trump
recording
actually
of
owning
hearsay.
up to him saying, "Yeah, it's my fault"? Which would you like?
Let's start with the Trump saying that it's my fault, and then I'll put it in context quickly. Go ahead.
Okay, Joey, do you want to Google it?
What do you want me to find? Sorry.
When Trump took ownership for unaliving the Langford bill. Just so you know, that's not what hearsay means, Chuck.
Yes, it is. It's when somebody says, "I heard this from somebody else," and then tells you this. That's
That was
hearsay.
not what was said.
How is it not what was said? Of course, that's what's said.
It was said.
Are you talking about the debate or which one? Was it on the debate with Kamala or?
I'm not sure if it was a debate with Kamala, but there was, or if it was at a rally that he said it.
You're talking about the Nevada rally, maybe, Jen?
Oh, right here. It surprised me. He said, but Trump's hammering of the deal while he uses immigration as a campaign issue and his demands that Republicans rejected won the day. On Tuesday, Senator John Barrasso, Republican of Wyoming, a member of McConnell's leadership team and one of the several prospects to replace him as a leader, rejected the border bill, saying Americans will turn to the upcoming election to end the border crisis.
And
I'm looking. Let's see. I'm looking for where Trump. Sorry, I'm.
the blame it on me. Here's the exact quote. As a leader of our party, there is zero chance I'll support this horrible open borders betrayal of America. I'll fight it all the way. A lot of senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I say that's okay. Please blame it on me. That's the quote I think that she's referencing.
Yeah, and then we have actually Mitt Romney, amongst others, that literally talked about it was definitely Trump.
Yeah, nobody's disputing that Trump opposed it. That's not even in dispute.
Okay, no, you're literally just being disingenuous at this
How am I
point.
being disingenuous? This is not in dispute that Trump opposed it. Nobody was disputing this. So I don't even know why you brought this up. Nobody disputes it. Yes, of course, Trump was against it. My position right from the beginning with your co-host was that Trump opposed the bill. He had reasons why he opposed the bill. So what do you mean I'm being disingenuous? What are you even talking about?
Wait, what is your position on it?
That yes, Trump opposed the bill. Yes, nobody's saying he didn't.
Okay, but the question was, again, the question was, if he cared so much about the border, why would he oppose said bill that would actually address the border?
Because it had
That
aid
it was not only
packaging attached to it. I
introduced.
just told you.
Joey, look up the article by. So hold on, it was Mitch McConnell that said, and it was again, he urged Republicans to vote against it.
Uh-huh.
That's not just, oh, they blame it on me, right? Like there was that was going on behind the scenes. He urged them to vote against it
Yeah, I agree.
because he needed to run on immigration for his campaign.
Well, that's where the speculation comes in that you would have to prove. That's a speculative statement.
I don't know, Jen. I was reading the NBC, but yeah, that's Mitch McConnell saying it. So, and what? You're against the foreign aid that was in that bill?
If you really wanted to have an actual bill like this that was set up, you would set it up absent a foreign aid package and then have it voted on its own merits. Otherwise, this is a problem with all sorts of bills. They call them earmarks or aid package spending, all sorts of things. So yes, I think that, if they had a clean bill, you might have had a different result.
Okay, again, it had bipartisan approval for
That
this, and it would have
doesn't
addressed the
matter.
border.
Doesn't
If
matter.
immigration is such a big deal
Mhm.
and it had bipartisan approval, why would he throw up like a fit over it and literally call him up and tell him to kill the bill?
Because he didn't want a $95 billion earmark attached to it, dude. I just told you.
Okay, why do you think he cares about spending money on foreign aid, when he's giving 300 billion to Iran?
Well,
Okay, sure, that bill
was
included 60
before.
billion for Ukraine.
This is
14
before
billion
Iran,
to
dude.
Israel.
What are you talking about?
I know it is. But you're saying that he was concerned about 64, 74, 78. You're saying he was concerned about $89 billion when he's giving 300 billion. You really think he's concerned about that 80? Or was it because it was a bipartisan
But this is post
that was going to lose him the election?
Yeah, this is post hoc. You can't make a comparison to the Iranian war, which happens after this happens, to say that Trump and the Republicans.
You're saying that he didn't
Dude,
care.
Let me
Yeah, you're saying
state
that it
the
was because of
position.
foreign aid.
Let me at least state the
Go ahead.
position. You can't do some sort of post hoc thing where you're like, well, but later on he sent money for this other thing I don't agree with. That has no basis whatsoever on why it is that he might have had opposition to this bill. And there was things in the bill that he didn't like either, that didn't address some of the things that he wanted. So he was pretty clear on this. And by the way, when it comes to mass migration to the United States, again, you're not really addressing the core here, which is my position of why I would support Trump to begin with. We do have net negative migration, and that is a thing that people wanted. That's one of the reasons that they voted Trump into office. They wanted more people leaving than coming.
Going down as it is.
Good.
Migration was on what's it called, the downward trends as it is.
Yeah, but when you begin to rescind visas, it's fantastic. That assists in a big way, along with locking down the border. That assists in a big way.
Again, you're against legal ways of coming into this country.
Well, yeah, sure. What's wrong with that?
So then what's literally that? Why are we preventing people from coming into the country?
Because the domestic population doesn't want them here. And if the domestic population doesn't want you there, yes, they do back it up. Mass migration is one of the top concerns of all Western nations right next to their economies. It's always in the top 5, dude. Mass migration is always a problem.
Down.
Yes, it's down because of the Iran war and because of the economic decisions
No,
that
no, no,
he's
on
made.
immigration, on immigration, on immigration. And again, it used to be his strongest
Mhm.
approval rating, and it's no
Where
longer the
Trump
case.
where Trump made a deviation in immigration that messed him up is how he was handling the various ICE riots that were going on. People thought that Trump chickened out when he sent troops to the federal buildings and then he removed them. They felt like he was outmaneuvered by Democrats, and his base was real upset about it. So, yeah, I'm sure his approval ratings did go down. But what his approval ratings aren't going down on is whether or not net migration is good or bad. MAGA loves that. MAGA loves the fact that there's less
MAGA, not
migration.
he's the president of the United States of America. He's not the president of just MAGA, right? So his approval ratings don't just come out from the MAGA sphere.
Yeah, I agree, but you're gonna have your base of supporters as well, and those are the people who usually usher you into office. Those people definitely wanted to have net negative migration in this nation, and when it comes to Western nations, all Western nations, mass migration is 100% unpopular. If you look at the UK right now, there's riots in the streets over it, due to mass migration. You can see it in Ireland as well. They're upset about it. You can see it in Scotland. You can see it. I mean, you see it everywhere. It's a very vastly unpopular position. People don't like mass migration, dude.
That's not the case here.
It
That's
It's
is the
literally
not.
case
not the case.
here. It's literally the case here.
So I want to go back and fact check something. So Chuck is correct that the Langford bill initially had foreign aid tied to it, and then it was
Yeah.
rejected by the Senate. But then they separated the bills, and the foreign aid package was approved and passed by Congress, and then the Langford bill remained on its own, which did not pass. So just throwing that out there, Chuck, just so you know. So nice try with the whole foreign aid, and that's why they turned it down. It's not because they clearly passed the foreign aid on its own. The
And he
other
had
thing that you
other
just
I just told you he had other objections to the bill as well besides that. But when we're talking about the initial proposition, we were talking about why it was that that was rejected. It was due to earmarks. Now, secondarily, there was other things in there that didn't solve the visa issues that he was upset about. And on top of all of
that
this,
who was upset about
Trump.
Trump wasn't president anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you saying that Biden didn't pass the Langford bill?
Why is Trump
Hang on, hang on. I just wanna make sure I got this
why
right.
is
Are you
Trump
saying that
lobbying?
Biden
Why is the
didn't pass it? Hang
president
on, I just wanna make
lobbying
sure I
in
got this right.
Congress when they are not in
Are
office
you
anymore?
saying that
Is the question.
hang on. I
Why
must have
is
been
a
hang on,
past president
hang on. Can
lobbying
you
and telling
lady, okay,
Republicans
you're not gonna get away
to
from the
not no, I
question.
want you to answer this
You're gonna after
question.
you answer
Why
mine.
is a past
After you answer
president
mine.
why is a past president lobbying and telling Republicans to not pass a bill because he doesn't agree with it when he's not in office anymore?
Did you just I just wanna make sure we're clear on this. Are you saying that Biden was the one who killed the Langford bill?
No, I didn't say
Congress
Biden.
You didn't say Biden.
I didn't say
sure
Biden.
didn't.
Okay, so then when you say Trump's not president anymore, then who's president?
Biden.
Okay, then I'm actually confused about your position here.
You said I asked you because you said that there was things that he didn't like about it, and I said who, and you said Trump. I said so. Why is Trump lobbying in Congress when he's not the president, right? The sitting president. Why is he lobbying to Republicans in Congress, telling them what to do when he's not even a president, like a sitting president?
So for the are you talking about the Langford bill still?
You don't think that that's up?
Are you talking about
Preventing
the
you
Langford
don't
bill?
think that it's hold on, no. I need you to please.
I don't
You
actually
don't think
understand
that
what
it
you're
is
asking
messed
me
up or
now. I actually don't
you
even
don't
understand what you're
think,
asking me. Are
dude,
you
it's pretty
okay? So
simple.
I
Do
just
you
want to make
not have a
sure.
brain that adds 1 plus 2
Yeah,
equals 8?
I don't understand. Just let me make sure I clear.
Do you?
Can I just clarify?
Okay,
Are you
right.
saying that the link?
You started with the premise. Hold on, let me
Okay,
explain it
okay,
to
you're
you,
never
right?
gonna let me
You
ask the
started with the
question.
premise that,
You're just gonna
they didn't pass
filibuster.
the Langford bill because it was tied to foreign aid.
Uh huh.
So I just fact checked you and I said, well, the foreign aid was passed on its own after the Senate denied it, and then the Langford bill was passing by it on its own, right? But obviously it didn't pass the Senate. It was unalived, right? because again, and then you said that Trump had other things that he didn't like about the Langford bill. So I'm asking you, if Trump isn't president when the Langford bill is being worked on and being passed, why is Trump telling Republicans in Congress what to do when he's not president?
Okay, got it.
And
So to make sure,
preventing
oh my
and
God,
preventing
lady, you have to stop
Republicans
talking at some point.
preventing no, I'm not done. If
You're
you can
never
let
going to
me.
be done. You're just
And
going to filibuster for an
preventing
hour.
him or preventing Congress to actually do their job.
Okay, so let's start with this. When
Because
you're
I'm a
talking,
woman, Mickey, that's why.
yeah, when you're talking about the Langford bill not passing when Trump isn't president, who is president?
It
I
didn't
am not
matter who was
asking you
president.
about who is the president.
Yeah, but can you
I
answer
am
my
asking you,
question?
you're literally doing this on
Please
purpose.
answer my question for the love of
You
all
are
that is
doing
holy.
this on purpose. I am asking you because I told you that the one that was responsible for unaliving that bill was Trump. And you're like, that's hearsay. No, which you just said, right? Then I told you, okay, they separated the bill because your claim
Who's
was
they?
that, oh,
Who's
they didn't
they
pass it.
separated it?
I'm
Who's
sorry.
they?
Shut the fuck up so that you can actually listen to me
I'm
and
hearing
actually
you.
respond and actually
You have to,
respond
lady, you
instead of
have to let me
asking like
talk
you're
too.
lost.
You have to let
Because
me
the reason
talk.
why you're lost is because you're not listening. You're too busy
Okay,
talking.
go
Over.
ahead. I'll tell you what.
Literally.
You go
Have
ahead.
some
Tell me I'm done.
respect.
Go
I
ahead.
know I'm a woman and I know that that's an
Oh
issue
my God! Just stop with the
for
meta. Get to the
you,
point. Get to the
but your
point.
legs. I
Get to
will
the
not
point.
allow you
Just
to
get to
fucking
the
talk to me the way
point.
that you are, or refer to me the way that you are, or
Can you
fucking be disrespecting me and interrupting
Can
me
you
and trying
just
to
get to the
overtalk.
point, please?
Now, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm muting you for a reason.
Can
Shut
you
the
just
fuck up.
get to the
I
point?
promise you, you will have a
It's
chance
taking forever.
to thank you.
It's taking forever.
So,
Taking forever.
no, if you can just shut up, it'll take less, right? Okay. So, you claimed that the reason why, or insinuated at the very least, that the reason why the Langford bill did not pass was because there was foreign aid attached to it. So then I
Correct.
came back and I told you, please don't talk until I'm done. And I told you that actually they separated the two bills, right? And they passed the foreign aid all on its own. So that wasn't the issue. The issue was the immigration, the actual Langford bill, the immigration part of the bill, right? And then you said, oh, it's because there was other things that he had an issue with that bill. And I said, who was he? And you said Trump, right? Which again, then it goes to show that I was right. It was because of Trump that the bill did not pass. You just admitted it. So then I'm telling you, why is Trump telling Congress, active seating members of Congress, what to do and preventing them from doing their job, or telling them how to do their job when he was not president during the Biden administration?
Great. Now let me
Catch my drift?
Yeah. Now can I respond in totality? So 1, it's rejected by Trump for aid packaging. 2, Biden passes the aid, okay, and then kills the bill. This was Biden who refused to allow the
They were
immigration
separated,
portion.
Andrew, they were separated.
Yes, I'm aware. He
So he
allowed
didn't kill the bill.
he allowed for the aid, right? And then they blocked the immigration portion of it under Biden, not under Trump.
No, it was
Hang on.
removed. It wasn't blocked, it was removed.
Secondarily, Trump is allowed to lobby however he sees fit as a private citizen, just like you can. What are you talking about? How is that problematic? What do you mean?
Because if his issue was the border, why wouldn't he let a bill that had bipartisan approval literally handle what was happening at the border?
Because there's things in bill he not like. So when thing in bill
I get that.
like, you can call your friend in Congress and say, I don't like this, and lobby them
Right.
like every other
Why-
lobbyist on planet Earth
You're
does.
disingenuous.
How is this disingenuous?
At all.
Most genuine.
You're not. Number one,
How does
you're
this
like
not work?
twisting
How does it not
things.
work this way?
Number one, you're twisting things into how it actually happened to try to shift the blame, even though you just owned up to the fact that it was Trump's fault. But whatever, and it coincides with what Republicans said in Congress about Trump telling them to vote against it. But whatever. Now,
Yeah, what's
if
the problem
he
here?
had such an issue with the border as a as a citizen, Chuck, right? Just like me, just like you, just like everybody else, this bill, if you actually paid attention to what Joey was reading off of the bill, did exactly everything that it should have done at the border that would have solved the issue at the border. But Trump didn't want that. The issue he had with that is because he wanted it to continue to be an issue, because that was something that he had been campaigning for the 4 years of the Biden administration, because he never stopped campaigning. And so he was the one that was blaming the entire border issue on Biden, even though the mass caravans were coming into the United States under the Trump administration in 2018 at the beginning, and he granted temporary status to hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans on his last day of office, right? We're going to just skip past all of that. So then in comes Biden, and of course there's more people coming in or trying to come in, and he's like, oh, they're opening the border and they're doing this and they're doing that. Mind you, they're working on this bipartisan bill that he ends up telling them don't pass it. That would have fixed a lot of the issue. You're completely just
that's not what.
twisting things
Now,
around
can I
to fit
respond?
your narrative,
Now,
Chuck.
can I respond? Because none of that's what happened at all. Here's what actually happened. The bill failed because Trump heavily criticized the packages which were in it, and most Senate Republicans withdrew their support because they said the bill didn't go far enough to act. And what it did was it permitted an incentive for mass asylum seeking to the tune of $118 billion, which they called processing money, right? It was supposed to speed it up. The main concern was that it was actually going to increase the amount of people who went and applied for asylum. You're just making stuff up, lady. Just
It
making it
had
up.
bipartisan
It
support
doesn't matter.
from both
It
people, from
doesn't
both parties.
matter.
Bipartisan support.
Doesn't
They
matter.
agreed. They both agreed. Both parties
So what?
agreed that this was a good bill, and
So
it was
what?
a clean bill, Chuck.
So?
It was a clean bill. So why is another president calling on Republicans to tell them to turn it down? You just admitted that it
Because
was
he
Trump's
didn't
fault,
like
by the
the
way.
bill.
So thank you for
This
conceding
was never
on that
in
point.
question.
I appreciate you
The thing
conceding and
never.
owning
You
up
mean
to
the
what I had
thing?
initially
You mean the
said
thing never
that
in
you tried to
question?
prove me wrong
The thing.
on. Thank you. I
The thing that was
appreciate
never
that.
in question. That Trump killed the bill. Was never in question. The thing that nobody was ever arguing. That you're still arguing for reasons nobody understands.
Hey Andrew, I have a question because you just mentioned the whole asylum seeking, that it would add to that, right? But I mean, like, can we be honest about what it was funding? It was funding asylum seeking officers. It was offering more immigration judges and court staff, also detention facilities and removal and deportation operations. As you know, like it costs around 19,000 to remove an immigrant. So these are not. It wasn't making it easier, right? The standards of seeking asylum weren't getting lowered. It was just literally helping with the process.
They were concerned
Why were
at the
we against
time,
that?
due to all of the caravans and everything else that were going on. They were concerned that this would create actual incentives for people to go and claim to be asylum seekers. That was one of the primary arguments and concerns of this. Now, you can disagree with that, but don't be disingenuous about the concern itself.
Andrew, that's why we have judges in place so they can
Yeah,
make
but if you have
the
asylum
decision
on
if
this
they're
side of the
legit
border,
or not.
But if you have asylum on this side of the border, people come in, they claim asylum, they can walk away. They often just walk away. They're now in your country, right? That's a big problem with
Yes.
incentivization, and that's what they were
And they
trying
go
to
to their court
avoid.
dates.
Yeah, if they go, if they go,
No, they do. They do.
unless
Why
they
is
don't,
ICE picking up people
unless they don't.
from their court dates,
Yeah,
Andrew?
some of them do, but not all of them do. And you don't want an incentive for hundreds of thousands to come be on this side of the border who are seeking asylum. You don't want that.
There's no incentive if they don't go through their courts. That isn't an incentive as it is. Do you think asylum is free?
What do you
There's a
mean? What are you
process
talking?
for it.
Yeah, nobody's
Right now,
disputing this.
right now.
What is the
So then what do you
dispute?
mean it's incentivized? Where's the incentivization?
What they were concerned about was that what was going to happen was a mass in process. This in process happens because now there's additional funding. They would have an initial court hearing quickly. They would say, okay, come back on this day. Now they're in the country. They thought that this would match up with all of these people who were threatening mass caravans and everything else to come into the United States. It was a completely legitimate concern.
That's wasn't
Andrew, they don't get it quickly. There's a process. It's not a week-long thing. What are we talking
That's
about
my
here?
whole point. It's not a week long, but your initial court date could be much
You're literally
quicker.
speculating at this point.
Well, the whole thing is speculation, but I'm giving you what the arguments are. You can disagree with the arguments, but you can't say that there was no argument to be had or that Trump couldn't, as a private citizen, lobby for the things that he believed in. That's
I don't
insane.
know how actually having more immigration judges and asylum immigration officers at the border equates to incentivizing anyone, because again, when they come to the border, they have to go through a preliminary interview at the border with an asylum officer that determines preliminarily whether or not they even have a case for asylum. If they don't, they get turned away at the border.
Yeah, and
If
this
they
would
do,
increase
sure,
the
they get
amount
laid
of
in.
those
I'm sorry,
officers.
I'm still speaking. I didn't know that my
This
words were
would
done.
increase.
You know, I don't know
Lady,
why your
go eat
words
a
are touching
Snickers
mine.
bar.
Hey,
Jeez.
Andrew,
No,
d-
shut
Andrew,
Eat a
the
Andrew,
fuck
Andrew,
Snickers
up,
Andrew,
Chuck.
bar.
Andrew,
God.
Andrew. She has that name. Her name is Jennifer. Dude, you refer to other people as their name, like, just like, dude, she has a name. Her name is Jennifer.
Yeah, but can you tell Jennifer to stop being
Like,
such a rude,
who
obnoxious
raised you,
brat?
Chuck? I
Can
want to
you
know who raised
can you
you.
ask Jennifer to stop being an
Who, no,
obnoxious
who
brat?
raised you, Chuck? Why is
My
it that you
mother?
have to resort to
My mom?
disrespecting me? And now, right,
Well,
she did a pretty
I
fucking
give you
shitty job.
the same
Why do
energy
you
you
have
give
to
me,
resort to
lady.
disrespecting me?
I'm
Did I
giving you
ever
the
call you out of
same
your name?
energy
Did I
you're
ever
giving
say
me.
anything, any personal attacks to you or anything like
Yes.
that? No, I
Yes.
didn't.
Yes, you did. What are you
Really?
talking about?
What did I
Yes.
say?
You said
What did I say?
you've come in and you've muted me disrespectfully over and over and over again and filibuster the entire
Because you keep interrupting
conversation.
me, Chuck.
I'm
Because you keep
interrupting.
interrupting me. Because you have no
I'm
self-interrupting me.
interrupting.
Because you have no self-control.
Guys, we are not recommended for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, I see
Can
that.
we send he got a violation? Thank you, Jane. He got a violation.
They reported me.
We are not gonna get pushed out for the next 10 minutes. We
Oh,
are
no.
not gonna get pushed out for the next 10 minutes.
How did I get a violation for what? What?